Hello, my name is Samantha and I'm the Curriculum Development Lead here at Launch. And today I'm going to be showing you this really cool website called Canva. Canva is a free graphic design website that you can use on any device, and it allows you to create basically an unlimited number of things. You can create posters, videos, things to share online, cards, different designs, presentations, infographics. This is very helpful to school, and it's used a lot in industry, and I almost use this every day. Whether in my personal design creative life or at work with Launch, you'll see a lot of Canva designs that we actually do here. So let's get started and show you how you can use this really cool free platform. First thing you need to do is sign up. You can sign up with your Google account or an email. I have my account through Google, so I'm going to just log into that. Make sure you get a parent's permission and you're old enough to use it, or you use it under the supervision of your parent. So let me hit there and let's get logged into Canva. Now the first thing you're going to do when you log into Canva is you will see the main design, the main screen. You have a bunch of different options. Canva has thousands of free templates for you to get your design jump started off of. I typically go for the templates first unless I have a very specific thing in mind that I know I'm going to use. I can also see my most recent designs down here, which Canva saves automatically, but you have to remember to name them or you'll have like tons of unnamed designs like I am prone to having. You can also go up here and upload your own photos to edit, create just blank, different size blank designs. You can create custom size designs. So say you need exactly something that is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, you can put that in there and create a new design. But as I said, I often use templates, and today I want to make a poster showing how cool science is. So I'm going to just look up poster and look at the poster templates available. Now, one thing to notice while you're looking through templates is some of them are actually paid. So you need to have a Canva Pro account to access these paid ones. So if this says paid or has a crown, you will be unable to use it. But any other ones, you should be good. So many books, watercolor painting. Now, these are just templates. We can change anything on this. So if I like the colors and the layouts, I'll go for it. So for example, I think I'm going to use this art workshop one, even though it has nothing to do with science. It does have to do with STEAM. And I want to customize the template. So I'm going to go to customize this template, and it will open up in another tab. Canva always likes to show you a preview of what it would look like if you have it printed. Now we have our template to play around with. I can zoom in and out down here. If I decided I wanted to add another page, I can add another page. I can delete the page. I can duplicate this page so I can do it multiple times. I can lock it so I can't do any editing. But let's just zoom in here. We can hit the design. Say I didn't like this template and I want to go back and search more. We'll just hit designs and templates and continue to search for poster templates. So the next tab we have is this elements tab, and this is probably my most used tab. You can search for different shapes, graphics, images, stickers, many different things in here, and this is where you're going to get all the cool things that you can throw on to the posters. So for example, this here, these are all graphics that are found in the elements tab. Then we have our text tab where we can put different headings, subheadings, change fonts, even make life super easy for us and have things already set out with different formats. Brand you probably will not use. That's only for professional use of Canva. You can also upload your own images or Control V or copy and paste. So you can even draw. I have never used this drawing feature. That's okay. And you can see your different projects. So let's edit this design. As I said, there's tons of different graphics. The difference between a picture and a graphic in Canva, and this is not always, is a graphic you can like manipulate a little bit more. So as you can see, when I click on this one, I can move it around. I can also change the colors. So I want to go for a blue theme. So I'm going to make everything different shades of blue. So I click on the color I want to change, and it will change that color in the image to that. Pretty cool, right? I can also delete things by hitting this delete, or I can just hit delete key on my thing. I like this font, so I'm just going to keep it and do science rules. Do a science experiment today. So there we go. Maybe I want this 2 lines, so I'll enter it. And I've decided I'm just going to, I like the font, but I don't really want to have all this art. I just want to have like science stuff. Oh, I can always hit Control Z to undo anything. If I want to change the backdrop, I can just click on the backdrop there, hit there, and maybe change it to blue. And let's focus to start with, before we get too deep into anything. Let's focus on the lettering. So I want the lettering to be a dark blue, so I'm going to highlight my letters, go up to this A, and hit there. And it also gives me the option to change anything in that color. So I think I'm going to do that. So now I've changed everything to this. If I wanted to change the font, I could highlight it and change it from gelato and search different fonts. So I could maybe do bubble font, so something like that or that. But I already like what I want, so I'm just going to undo that. I can change the size up here, but I can also change the size by dragging in the corner. I can move this around. I can center it on the page by hitting position center. I can center in the middle if I want to do that, but I like where it was. That's the nice thing about templates, is sometimes they already have the spacing out. Do different effects. I could give it a drop shadow. I could lift it up. I could make some funky different ways. I like the drop shadow. We're going to go with that. We can make it justified to left, middle, basically anything you can do in Word you can do here. Well, let's add this to a drop shadow. And if I was doing a video, I would have the option to animate it. But I'm not doing a video today. I'm just making a poster. So we're just going to keep that as this. So my poster looks pretty boring. What I actually want to do is I want to keep these letters together. So I'm going to group these together, which now they're going to act as their own object. And now so all we have is science rules, do a science experiment today. We want to add some images. So let's go back to the Elements tab and pull some pictures and graphics like we discussed. So I'm just going to search science and see what comes up. We have photos, we have videos, we have graphics. So I'm going to hit see all for the graphics. You can see we have these pro things happening again. So we can't use these because we don't have a pro account. But I can drag these ones on. So I can click on them and they'll show up in the center. I can drag them to where I want them to go. It'll even give me suggestions of things I might like based on my last ones. There's some physics here. Let's do some engineering. So I've dragged a bunch of things on here. I can resize them. There we go. I can spin them, move them. As I said, like before, we can change colors because they're graphics. This will only give you the option if you have the color squares up top. If you're not able to, it won't even give you the option to have those squares. So let's change this one up too. Maybe give that a dark blue and then there. This one also lets me change. I got lucky. Not all graphics you can change these colors, but quite a bit of them. It's going to fit my blue theme. I am not an expert in graphic design at all. I just kind of like to play around to see what looks best for me. Oh, I don't like that because it's blending in the background. There we go. And let's make this. She liked the light blue. I like the light blue it is. There we go. Let's do this. Let's go back to that. So now let's kind of organize this out. You know what? I'm not very much vibing with this background. I think I maybe want an image instead. So I'm just moving all this around. Similarly, what we did with the text, we can also align things to the center, middle, bottom, right, left, top, anywhere we want it to go. if we select two at the same time, instead of aligning to the page, we can align to the elements together. So the two graphics are going to line up like that. Very helpful instead of messing around with it too much. Here we go, different size, make some balance, looking pretty good. Now, I said graphics, not all graphics, you can change the color. So here's an example of a graphic that it doesn't give me those squares at the top. The only thing I can do with it is maybe edit it with add a drop shadow on it in this edit photo. Or I could flip it horizontally or vertically up here. But that's okay. I actually think I want a drop shadow on this. But then some of them, the ones that you can edit, often you can't even do drop shadows. So you can see all your different options as you, depending on what graphic you choose. So I want a sciencey photo, I think, for the backdrop. So I'm going to go to photos. Now the cool thing about photos is they will, like, if you drag them to certain areas, they will fill the whole area. So let's do this background, and as you can see, it got big, and now it wants to fill the whole size of the page. But it went in front of everything. So I want to right click on it, and I want to move it to the back layer so everything goes in front of it. And we could do this with anything. We could align this to page. We could send this backwards too and make that hidden. Let's see, and then we can always replace that image. What if I want a space image? Ooh, that's cool. But the space image is too bold. So let's click on the image, and let's actually make it a little bit more transparent so we can see through it a little bit. That's funky. Not really super vibing with it. Let's see if we can change this one. Now when we change it, the photo we change it with has the same transparency. Maybe we need it to be a little bit more transparent. What if we can move this out of the way because it auto-cropped it to maybe a darker blue. There we go. I think it just seems to, let's change this up. What if we change this, throwing this out there? Let's try it out. Let's try black. Kind of boring. See if we try white. Now, if you've noticed, this one is still hiding behind it. So we got to bring this to the front, bring this forward. So now we have our science rules and all of our things. And these are all full transparency is, there we go. Kind of cool. I would probably personally spend quite a bit more time on this poster, playing it around, making it perfect, but I'm quite happy right now where it is. A couple other things to know is you want to change the name. So I want this to change to my science rules poster. So I go to File, hit Science Rules, and I can change that title. So now it will automatically have saved to that. If I want to share this poster with friends or family, I'm going to have to go to hit Share, and I can use a collaboration link, so I can share a link to someone, or I can hit Download. When you download, you want to choose if you want it to be an image. If I want to do an image, I typically use PNG, and if I want it to be a print or a PDF, I'll do PDF. And then if you wanted a GIF or a video, you can do that two things. The only thing you can't change, because we don't have a pro account, is the size. So all you'd have to do is hit download and then save it to your computer. Wait, give it a name, and you have your project. So pretty cool thing. The main areas, as I said, just you can use is if you want to upload your own image, I can throw my own images I've uploaded into it. I can add more text here and play around with the elements. Some things I didn't talk about, if I just want plain shapes, you can search rectangle, or you can change the color and size of these shapes. You can even add text inside your shapes. So it kind of acts as a text box and a shape at the same time. Sometimes if you all you have to do is click on elements and it will automatically have shapes, and you can hit see all and see all the lines and shapes that are possible. So as you can see, you can make so many different things. You can have different size um, images or pictures you're working on. You can make different themes, different colors. And if you go back to your home screen, you'll see your new design sitting right there. So my challenge to you is to make a poster or a square image about something that you really love so you can share it with your friends and family on Canva. So happy creating.